Hi everybody, this is Lucinda, and I just wanted to show you that I'm going to do my first experience with this wool soap from Quebec. It's a wool soap with lavender and eucalyptus, and I am ready to block my Rock the Casbah sweater. And I'm going to do a little video and explain how to take care of it. So one of the things that this is really cool is that it takes up less space. You could have up to 100 washes with it if you keep it well taken care of and dried off after. It's also enriched with lanolin, which cleans and nourishes your knitwear. So I'm really excited to use this for the first time. We are now carrying it. It's called the Savon de Laine, and it's made from the Jardin de Julie. So very environmentally friendly, made in Quebec, handmade, and it's easy for us to ship. So we can put this in any of your packages and really helps you take care of your sweaters. So the first thing that it says to do is to wet your knitwear and gently lather the soap. And if necessary, leave to soak longer, rinse and repeat. So right now I am at the sink at the kitchen, and I'm going to fill it up with water. And here at home, because we're on well water and the water is extremely cold, I put a little bit of warm in there, but it's really just to bring it up to a little bit of a lukewarm or cold, so it's not so icy cold. And then what I'll do is I'll put it in my bucket, bring it upstairs, and I'll tell you what I'll do then. But I will just come back in a minute and explain more. So I put the sweater in the basin, and right now all I have is plain water, because the goal here is to have it wet so that then I can lather up with the soap and make it all nice and clean. So one of the things that's kind of a misnomer, some people put a lot of water into their basin. It's not really necessary, and what's most important is to make sure that the whole sweater gets wet and can be washed. So I'm taking my dry bar of soap, and now I'm just wetting it, and I'm just lathering it on the sweater. It's not a dirty sweater, so it just needs a little bit of this soap just to get it nice. It smells really good. That eucalyptus and lavender just makes for a really nice scent. So like you can see, it's a bright color with a pale, and we're doing really good. So and you can see the water's getting a little sudsy. It's very good. So I'm just going to do a little bit more of that. And I just have a saucer that I'm going to put this on so it can dry off. And I think now I'm just going to let it soak a little bit. Make sure it's all in there. And there you go. So right now I've taken all the water out of the basin, and now I'm ready to rinse it. But I don't like to put the water right on the sweater because I don't want to stretch it out. If I put it here, it might stretch out. So I just let it soak up the extra water, and I'll do that for a little bit. I won't have you listen to the water run and me speak at the same time. So we'll do that, and then I'll take you to the next phase of what I do. Once I'm finished with washing my knitted piece, I often like to put it in the drain spin cycle. There's no real agitation and there's no hot water, so it's not going to change in size. But what happens is that it allows it to drain the water a lot more than I can with my bare hands. And so then it makes the drying time quite a bit faster. So make sure it's a drain spin cycle. And I have a miele. It's a really good cycle to use. My drain spin cycle is 12 minutes. I don't let it go beyond 6, and I take it out. Next step, so I just take it out of the machine, and now I'm ready to spread it out. And I don't want to stretch it. I just want to keep it to the shape and to the dimensions that it is. So I have my handy tape measure. I have these pins, and usually what I do is I put these pins kind of at the bottom to make sure we get a straight line, and up at the top. So once it's done and completed, I will show you what that looks like. So here you can see I've pinned it out on the bottom because I like to have a straight edge. I've pinned the bottom of the sleeve out, And I pinned the top just because of the neckline, just because of the short rows. So I want to make sure that it's raised. But otherwise, I just kind of smush it into place and smooth it all out with my hand. And it gives it a really nice feel. By tomorrow morning, it'll be blocked and ready to wear. And I can't wait to show you how it'll look.